A year ago, on Holocaust Memorial Day, the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz extermination and labour camp, I addressed those assembled to commemorate the event in the Highfield House Gardens. The Holocaust was the systematic, bureaucratic, state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jewish men, women and children by the Nazi regime and its collaborators between 1933 and 1945. During the era of the Holocaust, Nazi authorities also targeted and killed other groups because of their perception of racial and biological inferiority. Other groups were persecuted on political, ideological and behavioural grounds, among them communists, Jehovah's Witnesses, clergy, homosexuals and those thought to be in some way deviant. Children of Jewish and Roma parents were particularly vulnerable. The US Holocaust Memorial Museum sets the total number of Jews and others murdered in Europe by the Nazis and their collaborators during the Holocaust at 17 million. I'll repeat that, 17 million people. 6 million Jews and 11 million others. This doesn't even include those killed in bombings in land, sea and air conflict, nor those who died in the Far East or North Africa. As the Nazis advanced in occupied territories, they rounded up Jews and confined them to ghettos and holding camps. Conditions were stark, and there's a rough estimate that around 800,000 died of starvation, disease, cold, and random shootings in these ghettos. The ghettos were emptied systematically one by one, with occupants taken in overcrowded freight trains to the extermination camps. Auschwitz was by far the largest of these, but there were others. Those deemed unable to work were sent straight to the gas chambers. Those who could were sent to factories and construction sites around the camps. An estimated 40,000 people worked in the area around Auschwitz, the largest slave labour camp in the history of humanity. And so we must ask ourselves how such atrocities could have come about, and what must we do to stop such crimes from happening again? The magnitude of the Holocaust must forever be seared into our collective memory. The selfless sacrifices of those who defied the Nazis and who tried to protect or rescue the Holocaust victims, often at the cost of their own lives, must also be inscribed in our hearts. The depths of that horror and the heights of their heroism can be touchstones in our understanding of the human capacity for evil and for good. Together we must uphold the terrible truth of the Holocaust against those who deny it. We must strengthen the moral commitment of our peoples and the political commitment of our governments to ensure that future generations can understand the causes of the Holocaust and reflect upon its consequences.